Hello and welcome to our latest and very festive Pictures by PC CAD/CAM software presentation. Here we're going to be looking at the subject of industrial engraving and carving, so embossed features, stamps, dies, nameplates, even jewelry, woodworking. So to do that, we're going to create a nameplate. So 60 by 20 is good. It looks a little bit boring, to be honest. So let's make a negative radius, or create a negative radius in the corner. And we're just going to create an offset around the outside of 2 millimeters. Let's go to the label feature, different ways of actually creating labels. What we're going to do here was basically we're doing one within a window. And because we are a German company, we're going to wish you Merry Christmas for Weihnachten. Good. So let's load an operation for carving. So we've got a standard operation here for carving. Select the geometry. Quickly look at the blocks. We've got a pocketing operation with a 2 millimeter end mill, rest material operation with a 60 degrees engraving tool, and we've got the 2D contour operation. Very important point here, we've got the engraving option turned on. Okay, let's simulate this. So we just need to select the stock material to simulate from, give it a little bit of depth. Okay, and let's start this. So basically engraving, when people talk about engraving, they're talking about running the engraving tool along the center line with a set depth. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about 3D carving toolpaths. So you can see there's areas where the tooling can't get through. How do we finish this? So what it's doing automatically, the software is generating 3D toolpaths and ramping the tool up in the corners to create the sharpest edges, and in the areas where it can't get through because of the diameter of the tool or the angle, it's changing its height to machine as deep as it can. So we're achieving the result at every part of the contour here, even though the tool can't get fully through. And that's professional in carving, and we can do that on freeform. We can do that as a 5-axis simultaneous toolpath if we wanted to. The question we've got now is, where do we get the geometry from to machine? If we had a company logo, for example, we could import that as a vector format, or maybe possibly we get this as a bitmap. So let's look at bitmap vectorization. We've got Happy Santa here. In black and white, you can see the resolution is lousy. We've got some points on the bitmap. We'll see how these come across. Let's delete that and vectorize this. So we'll vectorize the bitmap. Go to the same folder. Happy Santa. Good. So a few things now. Where we had the points on the bitmap, that translates as a line, and that's not an enclosed contour that we can machine as a pocket. So we need to automatically remove those. Also, because the resolution is terrible with the bitmap, then the vectorization creates a polygon. What we could do here, we can automatically smooth contours. So you can see that's smoothed quite nicely. I'm going to leave that for the moment. Okay. So let's copy this into our nameplate. You can see that we've got two very different dimensions here to the nameplate and Santa Claus. So we're going to create a scaling operation, and I'm just going to pick on the geometry here and scale it approximately to what we've got here. Looks good. Let's move that down a little bit. What we should also check is if the contour has got any gaps in it. So let's check for gaps. No gaps. Let's check for intersections, or if we've got contours that overlap. There we've got two intersections, so let's zoom in. We can see here the pocket. Here we've got two pockets with the same endpoint, which could cause problems for the machining. So I've reduced or removed the smaller one, and we'll just quickly check again that that's okay. Brilliant. So we've got the two outside contours here. We want the same effect around Santa Claus. So I'll go to an equidistant function and create that. We'll go to trimming. We'll weld the contours together. And this is the graphic to machine. We'll edit the operations, and all we have to do probably is to select Santa Claus. Okay, so that's all of the geometry that we want to machine in all of the 3 blocks. So I'm just going to copy that over, and let's see how we get on with the machining. We'll simulate this. So there we have Santa Claus. We've created an industrial carving toolpath directly on the vectorized geometry. So we'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas, so frohe Weihnachten. and Happy New Year and Guten Rutsch. We hope that the presentation has been useful. Send us your questions if you've got any. Keep on looking out for the latest videos, and thank you very much for watching. Thank you.